Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Affini. My group, which is made of Nurul Liyana, Sayyid Umar and Ariff Kamil, would like to present our poster titled 2 is better than 1 Bilingualism. The first part of our poster is the abstract. Our poster focuses on studies that investigate on how young bilinguals can improve their second language using qualitative method and library research. The findings showed that early exposure, home factors, and starting early contribute towards improving young bilingual second language. This proves that young bilingual second language can be enhanced gradually by incorporating such important elements. The next part of this poster is the introduction. Bilingualism is a skill whereby a person is able to speak 2 languages. Children aged 7 to 12 years old are better at learning new languages. Thus, it is encouraged for them to retain and improve both languages so that they will master the skills of being bilingual. Moving on to our research objective and research question. Our objective is to investigate on how young bilinguals can improve their second language competency, as well as our research question, which is how can young bilinguals improve their second language competency.
Okay, now we will move on to the literature review that was used for this research. The literature review covers bilingual children's English competency development outcomes. The first point, according to Kaya and Crespo in 2019, young bilinguals have a stronger verbal memory skills and higher levels of language ability. What this means is that young bilinguals have a higher cognitive ability when it comes to learning and acquiring new languages. The second point, according to Paradise and Gia in 2016, young bilinguals have a higher chance of closing the gap between native speakers. What this means is that young bilinguals have the ability to almost assimilate the language, that they become almost native-like in that language. And the third point is young bilinguals can catch up faster in language subdomains that includes vocabulary, comprehension, and grammar. What this means is that young bilinguals have the ability where they use the existing knowledge, the first language that they use, and they connect the dots with the second language which they are learning. Thus, they learn and acquire the language faster. Next, we'll talk about the methodology used for this research. We've used the qualitative research design and library research as the method for finding out the results for this research. We've dissected 6 journal articles for the findings of this research. Next, we'll move on to the results and discussion for this research. The first point is earlier exposure helps develop native likeness. What this means is that young bilinguals who are exposed to a certain language at a young age will develop native likeness. They assimilate the second language which they hear and learn, and they become almost good enough that they sound native-like. The second point is languages used by parents at home impact children's language outcomes. What this means is that parents are one of the biggest driving factors when it comes to learning and being better at a certain language. This is when a child hears and listens to what the parents are talking about, and they subconsciously learn about the second language. And the last point is the earlier the better, which summarizes it all up and emphasizes how age is one of the biggest factors when it comes to learning a new language. Now, to conclude our presentation, it is proven based on previous research that young bilinguals are much more evolved when it comes to learning and using second languages. Now, for the references, thank you for listening. That will be all from us.